Well, hello everyone. If you haven't met me, I'm Joel Fuessel. And the other day I was talking with my wife, and she was asking me. She goes, "Well, why do you like the life insurance industry?" And so I thought about it for a minute, and then I figured I'd share this with y'all. So if you're thinking about becoming a life insurance agent, or just what the rewards are and things from that, I figured I would just kind of share my story. So about I don't know, probably about 14 years ago now, I was actually working for a company called Yellow Book. I did the Yellow Pages, and so if you know Yellow Pages, it's kind of gone to the wayside. The phone books used to be really thick, and now they're like a pamphlet. And so, anyways, I saw that I was going to have to find a new career, and I've always been in some type of sales my entire life, and I just feel like it's really easy to talk with people and just educate people on a product and try to help them. And so, but I have to believe in the product. I have to believe in what I'm doing. And so I was looking around for different sales jobs, and I just didn't find anything that called my name that was inspiring. And so we had actually somebody that came out to our house to talk with us about life insurance, and it was a little bit different concept of life insurance. And so from like I say different concept compared to like a term life policy, and so we had plenty of that. And so anyways, he came out, he showed us a plan that obviously it paid a death benefit, but it also had living benefits that allows us to use the coverage while you're alive in the event of like a heart attack, stroke, cancer, a number of things. And then it also had like a built cash value. So he was showing us how you could pull the money out to use it for different things as needed, kind of like a bank account, or maybe down the road to potentially supplement retirement. There's ways of taking money out for to get money out tax free through loans. And I was like very impressed about it by it, and it inspired me. And so I remember before he left, I asked him. I said, "Are you guys looking for anyone?" Because I was like, I believe in this. This is I could I think people could see value in this. That's how I got started. So I went and I got licensed, took my test and things, and then started the industry, and mainly focused on index universal life policies. That's what I was referring to what he showed us, and also indexed annuities, retirement products. And then over my career, I got into traditional life insurance. A broker, multiple companies I work with. Term, whole life, universal life, whatever the situation a person needs, I can help them. And I do different types of leads and things for that life insurance, mortgage protection, just life insurance policy for the house. And and it's been a great career. And so as far as how's it been rewarding? Well, let me tell you. Let me just share a story with y'all. And so you think about when somebody dies, it's never a fun thing. It's a sad thing. I hate it when I get a phone call when somebody's passed away. But that's when we go to work. Okay, and I say I hate it because I don't like people to die. I want to live as long as possible, and you get to know your clients over time, and you develop that relationship. So it is that can be sad, but one of the things I remember this situation, because I helped her husband passed away. I helped her file the claims, get her money, obviously after he passed and things. And then one day I was out in Home Depot with my kids, and I was walking into Home Depot and I saw her, and she goes, "Thank you so much." And she goes to my kids, she goes, "Your dad helped me so much." She goes, I appreciate it. She said, "Can I give you a hug?" And she gave me a hug, and it was it was a very tender moment. And I was like, right there alone, that was so rewarding to me, because I got to thinking of all the things that I've done in my life, all the different careers, jobs that I've had. Nobody's never gave me a hug for helping them, for doing the job. I mean, I sold tons of Yellow Pages. Nobody came up and gave me a hug. So, oh, thank you for the ad, right? Nobody ever did that. But in this, people thank you. They truly appreciate you. And so I really, what I like about it, and the reason I've done it so long, is I people appreciate the work that I do, especially when a situation happens. We have an opportunity to go to work for them, and getting them that death benefit, or in some cases it may be like they have a policy with living benefits and they forgot all about it, and didn't realize they could pull money out for cancer to help out with the medical treatment. And I've done that for clients too. And so it's very rewarding with that. And so, like I said, that keeps me going, and people are very appreciative, and of course, one thing is I'm doing my part. I offer my clients reviews on a yearly basis. And I always tell them, hey, I'm here. I'm a phone call, text, or an email away, whatever works best for you. And if you don't get me, leave a message. I'll call you back. And when you deliver on your promises to people, you follow up with them, you're doing reviews with them, you're letting them know, what happens is they start telling their friends, their family members about you, and you become their life insurance guy for their whole family. And then you get referrals from it. And then that's why initially I remember people say, oh, you got to do reviews. I wasn't a real big fan of reviews initially, but over time doing those reviews, it has paid off. It has kept my clients, it retains my clients, and it also provides me additional policy sales and things. And so the other thing that I like about it, and that's on the rewarding side, really, just talking about from being appreciative, right? But on the financial side, well, number one, if you like doing your own thing, which I do. Anytime I would ever work for a company or work for someone, I always look for ones that I could kind of do my own thing. And if I produce, they would leave me alone. I like that. And so now, this right here, you can be your own, you can have your own business. You can be an independent agent, have your own business, but have great resources. There's just great resources out there for us, great support. Um, and what I love probably most about it now, ever since COVID happened, now it's taken off with the technology world when it comes to video appointments. All my appointments now are 100% video appointments. So when I made that transition after COVID, for probably a couple years, I was doing kind of a hybrid where I would go out in the field a couple of days a week, and then I would work at home a few days a week. Well, then I went full time. My wife's like, "Why don't we go? Well, why don't you look at going trying it full time?" Because I had a lot of people were saying, "We're surprised you still come out in person." And of course, I was a little nervous. What is the retention going to be? That's a big thing for me. And so, and of course, with doing the video appointments, it makes it, you're not directly in person, but people get to see you, and it makes you real. And I always joke with my clients and say, well, you don't have to worry about cleaning your house. So, because a lot of people will tell me that, well, hey, when are you coming again? We got to make sure the house is clean. I've had people before cancel appointments because their house wasn't clean, right? And so you don't have to worry about that, but you can work from home. And so what I love is, so we homeschool. We are a homeschool family with our children, and I can go out and see my kids. I can see my wife. I can have conversations with them. I have lunch with them. If there's times I need to take off and go to an appointment with them, I can, because it's the rewards of being, an independent life insurance agent, working from home, and being, your own business owner. And financially has been one of the greatest decisions I ever made to get in the industry. My income has been very gradual growing constantly with, of course, retaining my clients and getting additional clients. But, you have an opportunity of making a multiple six-figure income. That's right, multiple six-figure income from home. Now, is it the easiest thing in the world to do? It takes a while to build it. So you have to be patient. I always tell people that get into the industry, if you're looking at becoming a life insurance agent, give yourself time, and if you don't have a lot of cash sitting in the bank to get started, because it takes a while to get started. I say a lot of cash, just several months of if things take you a while to get things going, of cash flow. What I would recommend doing is starting off on a part-time basis. That's how I started my career, on a part-time basis. I probably did it part-time for about a year and a half, and then I was a little nervous. My wife's like, why don't you just do this full-time? You know what you're doing. I was nervous at the time. I wanted to make sure that I made that right decision, because I had a lot of things on me. Family, we own a home, and different things like that. And so I wanted to make sure that I was making that decision at the right time. So I tried to, what I would do is I would work in the evenings and weekends to get started. And then over that year and a half, then when I went full time, the first 6 months that I did it, I made over $100,000. And that was really rewarding. I was like, oh my gosh, and so I should have done this a long time ago, right? But again, it's not just about the income that you can make, and the income is great, but it's also, like I said, it's rewarding, and so if it wasn't, like, if I was getting people calling me screaming all the time, I've heard of situations when it comes to retirement where people are screaming all the time. I don't want to mess with that, right? Because their accounts going, they're losing money or whichever, the market's down. Well, with this, you don't get that. You get people really just calling you to make sure that their coverage, what it is, to check on their benefits, to maybe they have to change bank information, maybe update their beneficiaries. But it's a very rewarding. People appreciate you, and there's a great income, and again, probably one of the greatest things is being able to be around your family and work from home. So with the technology, so I hope this helps you if you were considering becoming a life insurance agent. I just wanted to kind of share my story and how I got started, and I'm a big believer in what it is that I do, and I know that if this is something that you do, go out there, study, study, go out there. You've got to, to be great in the industry, you've got to continue to learn. So just go out there, study, and decide that this is what you're going to do, and decide that you're going to be successful, and put in the time to be successful. And it will be one of the most rewarding decisions that you've ever made. So with that being said, look forward to visiting with y'all next time. Over and out.